If you're new here, here's a quick recap of this across Canada journey so far. I started back on day 1 in the Rocky Mountains, dipping my paddle for the first time in the North Saskatchewan River. I spent nearly 2 months riding that river across Alberta, Saskatchewan and Manitoba, passing through cities like Edmonton, North Battleford, Prince Albert and eventually the Pas, where a swollen knee forced me to rest for 2 full weeks. Once I recovered, I pushed on, helped rescue a dog named Ivy, then continued around Cedar Lake, through Grand Rapids, and down the length of Lake Winnipeg. From there, I turned east, fought my way up the Winnipeg River into Ontario, past Kenora, across Lake of the Woods, and down to Fort Frances. And next came the heavy stretch, portaging through Quetico Provincial Park and the Boundary Waters, then hauling all of my gear on foot into Thunder Bay. So when one grind ends, another one starts. Lake Superior. Massive, cold, unforgiving, and absolutely breathtaking. There's been incredible people, unforgettable moments, and humbling challenges along the way. I'm now on day 156, and I've just entered Pukaskwa National Park. And that's where this episode kicks off. I've come a long way, and there's still a long way to go. Let's get into it. Good morning. Today is day 156 canoeing across Canada. Last night I had a really cool camp on the beach here, and I am on the northern shore of Lake Superior and Pukaskwa National Park. It's a bit of a chilly morning, but it's meant to be a nice day, so it's going to warm up soon, I'm sure. I noticed that it's always around 20 degrees, like high. The highs are like 18 to 20 degrees along the shoreline. But it seems like everywhere else is like right now 25 plus. Like there's a few spots in Canada that's like 30, 31 degrees. So yeah, it's obviously just much colder in this part of Canada, just off the lake here. The lake's very cold, so yeah. I did 18 miles yesterday, and I'm looking at doing a similar day today. Nothing too crazy, just about 18 will be good. So looks like we've got the weather for it. So we're going to pack up camp and we're going to get on the lake. We're pretty much ready to go. Time check. 8 o'clock. So yesterday we did 18 miles. The plan today is to do another 18 miles at least. That'll take us to Cascade Falls, which looks like a really cool place to camp. Yesterday we did 18 miles, but I left at like 10, just after 10. Right now it's 8 o'clock. So yeah, I think we're going to do our 18 miles probably by about 2 or 3 at this sort of speed. Yesterday I started at 10, finished at 4. So we'll see what happens. 18 miles or more. So let's get out there. Today, so far, I've only been paddling for 20 minutes, but the lake is so calm and it is beautiful. There is a lot of smoke around, a lot of smoke. And to be honest with you, I haven't checked where the fires are for a long time. But there must be some kind of pretty close by, because this is a lot of smoke today. Really hazy. But I'm just in the mood to relax. This is always what happens when the weather's really good and the conditions are great. I generally paddle the least amount of distance on those days. Because of my attitude, it's always just, I'm much calmer, and when the weather's bad, when the wind is up and there's a bit of swell, I'm pushing. I'm pushing. Same thing happened last year, in the really shitty weather, and the wind and the rain. I figured, like, I'm already wet, I'm already cold, I might as well keep going. There's no point on setting up camp in the wet. So yeah, some of my biggest days were with the worst conditions. If the weather stays like this today, I'm going to be very happy. A lot of smoke today, eh?
Yeah.
Do you know where it's coming from?
I'm not sure if they still had the Pukaskwa fires going or not.
In Quetico?
Yeah.
But this is from the north. This is a northerly. There'll be a fire to the north of us.
Yeah.
So there's a group of 6 paddlers. They were camped on the beach next to the one I was camped on last night. And really nice people. I was talking to them yesterday and this morning. And they are also going to Cascade Falls today. In fact, they're the ones that told me about it. So, yeah. It's weirdly nice to have some people paddling nearby, going in the same direction and going to the same place. I think a lot of people doing these sort of trips that come out for a weekend or even a week, I think a lot of time they want to be alone, because that's what they're here for, to get into nature and get away from people. But for me, it's like, oh, people, yay. The wind is kind of coming behind me now. It's shifted a little. So I put the umbrella up, which I'm really happy about, because there's a lot of smoke today. And I don't think it's very good to be paddling as hard as I am with this amount of smoke and breathing that in all day right to the depths of my lungs. So yeah, I've put the umbrella up, and now we're just going to sail for a bit and give my lungs a rest. So it's getting a bit rough now. The wind's great, it's pushing me in the right direction, and so is the swell to a point, but it's just making it a little bit rough. I've still got the sail up, the umbrella up, and we're still moving nicely, but I'm just keeping an eye on these conditions. If it starts getting a little bit, a couple of rolly ones here. I'm here. I'm at Cascade Falls. And I was not expecting to see that. Look at that. I just came around this corner and I could hear it. I was like, oh man. I don't know what I was expecting. I was not expecting that. I was expecting something much smaller, much less water. But that is crazy. There's other group of 6. I haven't seen them for a few hours now. They ducked into a bay. I don't know if it was because of the weather or they stopped for lunch maybe. So I don't know, maybe they're still coming here. And maybe not. All good. All right, well, it's about 10 p.m. and I'm going to bed. Today was a good day. The weather has been great today. Perfect wind behind me. We did 18 miles and I've been hanging out with these guys here as a group of 6. And so, yeah, just an all-round good day. I'll be saying goodbye to them in the morning. They're going to do a short day tomorrow and I'm going to continue on and just carry on trying to do 20 miles ish. So yeah, and it's just such a cool camp spot right next to this awesome waterfall that I just wasn't expecting. I knew there was a waterfall here, but I just wasn't expecting it to be that freaking cool. Really good day, and let's hopefully do another one tomorrow. See you then. Good morning. Day 157, canoeing across Canada. I'm on the northern coastline of Lake Superior in Pukasaw National Park. And I'm at a little campsite called Cascade Falls because of this thing behind me. It's a cool, really cool spot to camp. Really nice sleep with the sound of the waterfall behind, you know. And we're just continuing east. I'm probably 3 days away from getting to Wawa. And the weather looks great for the next week, so should have no problems there. Should get in no time. I've been camping with, well, last night at least, I camped with a group of 6 people that just came out here for, I think 10 days, I think it was. But I'll be saying goodbye to them this morning. They're going to do a shorter day today. I think they're going to do about 11 miles and I want to get 20. So let's get packed up and let's get out there. knock some of these miles off. Well, team,
That's it.
happy paddling.
You too, eh?
Be safe.
Yeah, you
Stay
as well,
safe.
man.
Good luck.
Don't kill each other by the end.
Yeah.
No promises
See you
there.
later, Tom.
Pleasure,
Safe travels.
pleasure meeting you.
Can't
Nice
wait
to meet
to
you.
see
Yeah,
the vlog
likewise.
and see what's going on.
You, eh? Have fun.
Yeah, thanks for everything. Cheers for the company.
No worries. Thanks for your company.
Pleasure.
Well, today I've only just started, but so far this is a dream day. These are the ones you dream of for Lake Superior. And yesterday's smoke has more or less gone. There's still a tiny bit of haze. No wind, no swell, just crystal clear. Glassy conditions. I'm just paddling in this really calm channel. There's the mainland, and to the right there, that is Otter Island. So once I get to the end of Otter Island, I'm going to be doing a bit of a S-bend and then back out into the open lake. But just enjoying this while I can. Even though today out there in the big lake's going to be just as beautiful, it's going to be just as calm, I think. And there's just no wind at the moment. And I also looked at the forecast last night. It looks like for the next week is going to be really good conditions. So really happy about that. Today I'm running a double solar panel. Got my 100 watt and my 50 watt at the front. The 50 watt is just charging my battery pack. I've got like a 280 amp hour battery pack that I've carrying with me this year, and that's charging that right now. And then the 100 watts just down here charging keeping everything basically charged. My Garmin, my phone, the drone, cameras. Wow, look at the big lake. That's the open lake in front of us. Just so smooth. It is about 9 a.m. and typically the wind does pick up a little bit throughout the day. Just like yesterday. Yesterday started out really nice. And then it didn't turn ugly, but the wind definitely picked up. Today will be the last day inside Pukaskwa National Park. We will be leaving the park in a few hours, I think. Look at that lone cloud over there. Just one random little one random little cloud. What are you doing? Couple of loons enjoying the lake. Birds. Oh, they didn't even flinch. Well, about an hour ago it was only that one little lone cloud in the sky, and now it's starting to roll in. A couple of dark clouds too, but I don't think it's going to rain. Final last words. I'm just coming up to Pukasaw River, and Pukasaw River is the very end of the park. So once I pass that, I'm out of the park. I'm about half a mile away from there. I just flew the drone over there towards the river, towards the Pukasaw River, and it looks like there's a sauna on the beach. That is tempting. That is so tempting. I think the time is only like 12:30 or something. 12:43. I can't stop. That sucks. That really sucks. I'd love to have a chill out and have a sauna. About 5 minutes ago, the wind has picked up a bit, coming from behind. So that's good. If the weather was in any other condition, I would probably go in and just spend the night there and have a sauna. I'm guessing it's a sauna. It looks just like a sauna. But the weather is perfect for me to make up some miles, so I've got to do it. Nice sandy beach over there. The map is calling that the wheat bin. W-H-E-A-T bin. But we're going to keep going this way. So the wind has sort of been coming and going all day, but so I put up the umbrella a few times and had to put it away again, but I put it up about 15 minutes ago, and there's a little bit of breeze behind, so I've just left it up, but not enough to solely rely on the wind, so we're doing a bit of paddle sailing. But we've done about 19 miles today so far. So it's nice to finish off the day with a bit of paddle sailing. Some really nice beaches and things that I've been passing. I just hope that the beach that I decide to camp on is just as nice as the ones that we've passed. There's another one coming up. Looks like pretty nice white sand beach, but it's just still a little bit early, and the conditions are, like, when I say a little bit early, I think it's like 3:30. So I've still got a couple of hours left in the day. So while the weather is good, like I said earlier, I might as well keep using it. Also, I want to say that this second half of the trip, I have barely seen any animals, like big animals. I haven't seen any moose. I saw one deer in the boundary waters there. I saw a porcupine, but I don't think I got that on camera. Yeah. I saw lots of moose sign, like moose droppings and things, and as I was coming into Quetico, and then in Quetico, everyone told me I'd see a lot, but didn't see any. So they're certainly there, but I don't know how common it is that they come out and go for a swim, because there's lots of little waterways and creeks and rivers and little lakes just in here anyway. So, you know, do they need to come out to Lake Superior? Plus, when I have been on the beaches and things and setting up camp, I haven't seen any prints on the beach. And that was where I saw a lot of sign, like on the North Saskatchewan, you know, all along the bank. Saw lots of sign, but yeah, since I've been on Superior, no sign on the beach. You go a little bit in, yeah, there's some sign. So yeah, bit of a shame to not see those animals, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, and there was that bear a few nights ago that got into my beer barrel. That was another one. Nice wet sand beach there, calling my name, but I am going to continue. Looking at the map, there's a bunch of different, there's a bunch of little coves, little beaches in the next sort of couple of miles. So by 5 o'clock, so what's that, in 20 minutes, I'd like to be pretty close to stopping. All right, I've found a pretty good camp. It is called, excuse my French, it's called Le Petit Mort Rocks. Le Petit Mort Rocks. It's like half French, half English. And the wind is really picked up from the west, which was really good for me. But it's 5 o'clock now and I've done 24 miles, just over 24 miles, maybe 25 by the time I get to the beach. But yeah, this looks sheltered. So far, I am happy. All right. All right. This is going to be camp for the night. It's obviously, I didn't even know, but it's obviously a little camp spot for paddlers. There's a little toilet in there with no walls, just a toilet in the bush, which is cool. There's one little site for a tent just inside the tree line there, but I actually prefer to sleep on the beach. So I'll check for the wind, but when I checked yesterday, there was meant to be no wind for a few days. But I'll double check that and make sure there's going to be no wind coming straight off the lake, straight at me from the east. If there's none, then I'll pitch my tent on the beach. That's the plan. what I haven't told you about, I just realized, that when I was in Thunder Bay, I bought some memory foam. Because remember, I was complaining a lot about my back. I was waking up like every 20 minutes and just in pain, and then I would roll over and I'd fall asleep, and I'd wake up 20 minutes later in pain. I'd roll over, it would feel good, then I'd fall asleep, same again, 20 minutes later, pain. And I just thought, I can't keep doing that. So, now that there's no more portaging until basically French River, which is a while off, I bought that. It takes up a little bit of room in my canoe, but I don't mind because there's no portaging. And oh my God, what a difference. I'm having amazing sleeps ever since. Incredible. Because camping is as comfortable as you make it. Some people hate camping. But you're gonna hate camping if you are uncomfortable. And for me, I think I was pretty sleep deprived in the first month of this trip, of the second half. I don't know why, but the first half I didn't get a sore back until the final like 2 or 3 weeks of the whole trip. Now on this trip I got a sore back on day 1 from sleeping, but I don't know why that was. But not anymore. Today we did 24 miles. Beautiful day. It was 24 relatively easy miles. No wind early in the day, and then at the end of the day, wind was behind me. And that means we're 2 days away from getting to Wawa. Well, not Wawa. Wawa's inland a little bit. Michipicoten is the area. I think it's a reserve actually. That is on the lake. So I'll put in a good day tomorrow. There's a river up ahead that's called Dog River, and that's where I want to get to tomorrow. There's a little bit more wind tomorrow though, and it's kind of blowing. It's going to be blowing from the southwest, so it could work in my favor. But it's probably going to be a little bit rougher tomorrow than it was today. But if I can get to Dog River tomorrow, I think it'll be about another 22, 23 mile day probably to do that. And then it should be less than 20 mile the following day to get to Michipicoten. And there's a place called Naturally Superior Adventures and Rock Island Lodge. Really just rolls off the tongue. And that's where I'll be going, and I should get there in 2 days. I'm loving my beach camp. I really love camping on the beach. Like I said earlier, there is a place you can camp just behind the tree line here. But why would you when you could sleep on the beach? Pretty close to 8 o'clock. And I'm just going to eat my dinner and tidy up the camp. Sit in front of the fire for a little bit and go to bed. So see you tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. And if you're enjoying this journey, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone that might connect with it too. If you'd like to go deeper and support this channel, you can find me on Patreon. Every bit of support helps fuel future episodes, new adventures, and more time spent creating. The link's in the description. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.